sometimes I'm using a new, yeah, it looks like it died. Yeah, so let's see if it comes back. Hopefully this is now back. Should be back. The stream appears to be working. I'm going to have to leave the stream up in another window just to make sure. Sorry about that. Stupid thing. Okay, anyway, that worked. Okay. Is that working? I hope it is. It's difficult to know. Okay, that looks hopeful. Should be up and running now. Okay, anyway, we finished that change. So now that's done, we're in a position to be able to check after every step whether or not there's anything that we need to do. So if we head to history, basically when a step happens, this bit, if there's no current live stage, we have to do stuff. We clear the stage, we find the new things that the person could do, and then we choose a random one. So we need to do a very similar thing. If we can. We basically stuck a bunch of buttons in. So let's go back to the WorldGem GUI code. So where's the step happening? So every time we do a show the history step, we refresh the page, and then we also need to check for new live stage. Here as well. We don't want to do it if it's the last year. New live stage. Okay, and we want to pass the state. I'll need that. Okay, so let's find history step. Basically, we want one of those. We want to call it check for new life stage. And then we don't need the year, but we need the other things. Okay. Don't need to do any of that. But what we do need to do at this point is do a similar thing to this. So, control a player. Just do easier. Jump straight back into the controller. It's kind of a bit of an anti-pattern because we're kind of doing that everywhere. Don't really need to use player anymore, but never mind. Check for new live stage, grab that, put that at the bottom there. World game controller. Right, so at this point, we basically say we have a player. If player, no current live stage. After the steps happened, read the year. Yeah, because the history will set the year. So if that's not true, we just return. Having said that, if it is true, we want to clear the stage. We want to basically do all of this. Where the options come from. Basically all the different options that we can possibly do. We want to grab them. I'll accept that fill live stage options for generic. It's just a private method. Interesting. This method should probably go on the operation list and the live stage library. I think that's what we should do. Yeah, that's what I think we should do. Okay, so let's comment that for a minute. Put this on the live stage library. That's the one. Okay. Do we have a library thing? Yes, yeah. Void live, actually just paste that live stage library. Fill, so now we don't need to pass in that. Just the events, the years, and the choices that we're filling. That's fine, and then we just need to grab that, pop that in the library, take that bit of it, and then fix the errors. This can be a const method, which is not going to do anything, and this can just be options, live stages. Okay, that's good to me. So let's see what happens. See if this works. Any other questions while I'm compiling? This is a great time to ask them. And then terminate ordered live stage choices. Right, where does that even come from? Oh, the ordered live stage choices thing. Is it a class? Yes, it is. So let's just declare it. That was easy. Next one. There's always something. Always something. Okay. Fill life stage options from generic. That's because this is now on options. That, which is rather nice. And we'll do the same with fill with available jobs too. Someone's asking on Reddit, no, I am not the guy who modded X3. Sorry about that. That is not me. Sounds cool though. Wish I could claim credit for that. But sadly not. Okay, right. We've missed something here. Incomplete option type ordered live stage choices. That's because I need to actually include the thing. I'm not even sure what that does. Ooh, it's an ordered thing. I had problems with this before. I wonder if I got this bit right. The implied status comparison. Yes, I used an equals. I did the right thing. That's really important. I didn't just stupidly use a less than without thinking. Because then, if you think about it, if you do A is less than B, there are three states. You have, if you put A is less than B, it's false, but B is also less than A could be false if they're the same. So you can have three different states depending on whether or not they are equal to each other. You have the equal state, you can have the less than state, you can have the greater than state. I failed to take into account the equal than state, which meant that my set was losing entries because anything that was equal was being discarded. So anything that happened in the same year went. While I was compiling, I remember the other thing I was going to do is just try and clear out some of these crazy messages in the world gen. So something to do with mothers and fathers. I was adding all of the events for them. How was that happening? Was it in world gen controller? Might have been. Can't remember. No, human GUI view. Mothers and fathers were getting all the events in. So what I was going to do is if event year, if the original human's age, that's how age is defined really.